come out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, your team.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Again, it's Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, I mean, who would have thought this? A team based in South America, this inaugural season, these folks so excited, and with good reason. This is the NFL continuing to show that it's not just an American pastime, really becoming a global game, and what an addition to the league this will be. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Here now, a third down and 8. On third down, here's Kamara. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. Olave motioning to the left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. In motion right, Olave. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. In motion, there goes Bell. Now a first down, Kemp. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 4 yards out. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And it's 15-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
In motion, there goes Bell. And he'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Coming left is Kamara. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now a 2nd and 10. The play fake. Now Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Young. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Young. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Young. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it again with Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Hey, we're good.
On play action, it's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
2nd down, Young. Forced out to his left. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Pardon, there was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Here we go.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Watch the stick.
Young on third down.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Play action. Now it's Carr.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Kamara try the right side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here's 3rd and 10.
A give to Kamara running right. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. They do go for it. It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Young.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down,
he's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Albert Okwuegbunam.
As time expires in the first half.
And the Panthers will extend their lead on the final play of the half. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Yo, Chief, 618. Express.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Now, this is a nice little gift wrap situation as they take over 1st and goal. Young to throw it. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Albert O. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 5, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw, it's Carr.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So a good catch there. I think I could see him making a lot of catches with this team. He fits well, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Anyone who can get downfield, as this guy can, and go up and catch the football, you just design plays built for him.
Express.
Toss play, Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. But he lost 6 there on the first down play.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hit 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Express. 808. 734.
Here's Carr.
He lets it go deep for Olave.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Young from the shotgun. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Young now. And this is caught. Touchdown. DJ Chark, 37 yards.
And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Red, cycle. Red, yellow. Ready.
The Young's going to throw for this.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Panthers 43, Dragons nothing. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going.
There he goes, right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
46-yard line.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Carr. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Carr, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Panthers will get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, Young again. He's going to go up top again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It'll be Young again. His throw incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a 1st down throw for Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Albert Okwuegbunam with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Panthers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into Week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Now a play fake. Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
93. 93. Express. Hey, 734.
Carr going to go on fourth down. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Kamara is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
At the Panthers' 3-yard line.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. They'll give it to him again. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. Third and goal. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point. But, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Point after here coming up. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit, but as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Young here to throw. And that's caught inside the 35.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
A loss of 7 yards.
Now Young. Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Young here, you can see changing the play.
Now Young throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. 4th down, Young.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted.
Past the 20. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Carolina, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week.
Meanwhile, for Buenos Aires,
they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.